Welcome back, and guys, One Piece chapter 1097 is officially out. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Hold on to your hats because we're about to embark on a journey through time to a moment in One Piece history that's more captivating than you could ever imagine. 8 years after the mysterious and world-shaking God Valley incident, which occurred a whopping 4 decades ago, Oda takes us to the enchanting South Blue Sorbet Kingdom. We're diving into a tale of transformation, sacrifice, and unyielding dedication of Kuma and Jenny. Our central figure, none other than the one and only Kuma, has undergone a truly remarkable metamorphosis. At just 17 years old, he's embraced a life of immense purpose, one that many wouldn't even dream of. Picture this, folks, Kuma has become a pastor. But not just any pastor, he's wielding his incredible devil fruit powers to become a living legend within the Sorbet Kingdom. They've affectionately bestowed upon him the moniker, the Miracle Hand. And why, you ask? Because he's not just preaching the good word, he's actually healing the ailing and elderly residents of Sorbet by stripping away their pain, one layer at a time using his pawpaw devil fruit. Imagine the awe and wonder of those who experience it, the relief that washes over them as they watch their suffering vanish into thin air. But wait, there's more. Our spotlight also shines on the lovely Ginny, now a blossoming 21-year-old young woman. She's not merely a pretty face, she exudes a charisma that's irresistible. And she's got a heart of gold, especially when it comes to scolding the elderly folks who have set up camp inside Kuma's church. It's not just the elderly that she's leaving in awe. Ginny's catching the eye and winning hearts all over town. It's safe to say that she's rapidly becoming a star among the boys. Sorbet Kingdom was ruled by someone who's far from earning the title of beloved leader. In fact, he's more like the village villain at this point. That's right, I'm talking about King Bakori, and his reputation is tanking faster than a falling anchor. You see, King Bakori isn't exactly what you'd call a people person. They're calling him a heartless and miserly king, and for good reason. He's even making the sick folks pay tribute. It's like a nightmare version of Robin Hood. But instead of robbing from the rich to give to the poor, he's robbing from the poor, sick folks too. Well, who knows what he's doing with it. But here's the kicker, guys. The man's eavesdropping on his own citizens, listening in on their private conversations. And to top it all off, he's blushing. What a psycho. But fear not, because in the midst of all this madness, a shining beacon of hope emerges, and that beacon is none other than our dear Kuma. He's had enough of this injustice and steps up to the plate. Kuma offers to heal the people with light ailments every single week. And here's where it gets really fascinating. Just like experienced Zoro on Thriller Bark, the pain he removes from these folks accumulates into a paw-shaped bubble. That's right, he's creating these bubbles of suffering. But he's not just shoving them under the rug. Oh no. Kuma takes all that pain upon himself, shouldering the heavy burden of countless souls. It's like an act of incredible selflessness and sacrifice that rivals any noble deed you've seen in this world. When Zoro experienced the pain of Luffy on Thriller Bark, it nearly pushed him to the brink of death. So, you can only imagine the incredible strength and resilience that Kuma possesses to endure that kind of pain every single week. It's a testament to the pure innocence and selflessness that resides in his heart. It's becoming increasingly evident that Kuma's ability to shoulder the agony of others is directly tied to the unimaginable suffering he and his family endured at the hands of the celestial dragons. It's almost as if his life's purpose has been shaped by his own painful past, creating a deep empathy for those who are suffering. This powerful narrative element adds an extra layer of complexity to his character and emphasizes the themes of sacrifice and redemption that are so prevalent in the world of One Piece. And this is precisely what makes the world of One Piece so rich and compelling. It's not just about epic battles and grand adventures. It's about the intricate stories of the characters, their motivations, and the impact of their past experiences on their present actions. Kuma's journey is a shining example of this, and it leaves us eagerly anticipating what's next in store for him and the people he's dedicated his life to helping. Now, Jenny, who's been observing all of this, is moved to tears. She's witnessed Kuma's selfless act time and time again. And it's not just a one-time thing. Kuma's been doing this week after week, quietly bearing the suffering of others. And when Ginny finally opens up, she tells the truth, and it's nothing short of astonishing. Kuma explains that if he doesn't take on the pain and suffering that he removes, it will return to those he helped. It's like a never-ending cycle, a vicious circle that can only be broken by someone as remarkable as Kuma. And despite the weight of the kingdom resting on his shoulders, Kuma's got a heart full of happiness. He's making others happy, and that's what truly matters to him. It's a message that resonates deep in the hearts of those who witness this extraordinary act of kindness. Now let's move on to the main picture of this chapter. 25 years ago. And our hero Kuma is 22 years old, smack in the middle of a life-altering incident. Ginny, the captivating and strong-willed young woman we've come to adore, takes a bold step. She asks Kuma to marry her, and the room is filled with tension. Kuma, however, refuses. The atmosphere turns tense as Ginny's fury simmers. She's relentless in her pursuit, pressuring Kuma, but his heart is weighed down by the tragic past of his parents. He doesn't want history to repeat itself with Ginny, and that's a burden he carries with him. But wait, there's more to this story. Kuma changes the topic, and we get a glimpse into his dreams, his aspirations. He shares news about none other than Dragon and the Freedom Army. He's captivated by Dragon's relentless pursuit of justice, and a fire ignites within him. Kuma longs to set sail and save people, making that his life's mission. Now, here's where it gets even more complex. Remember those two kids from a previous chapter? One of them being Juju. Well, it turns out they've got a crush on none other than Ginny. It's like a brewing love triangle, and the tension is building in all directions. Now, after 3 years, which is 22 years ago, Kuma, at the ripe age of 25, is about to confront an astonishing injustice in the Sorbet Kingdom. The king's army has committed a grave crime, kidnapping innocent people, but these heartless kidnappers have the audacity to claim that there's been a change in the law, allowing them to treat the southern people as they please. What a twisted and shocking turn of events. As you can imagine, Kuma, the man with a heart of gold, is absolutely incensed. He unleashes the Ursus Shock, a powerful and fearsome move, as he takes a stand against this horrifying abuse of power. You can practically feel the tension in the air. But that's not all, my friends. The king, in his quest for domination and control, decides to divide the Sorbet Kingdom into two distinct parts. The northern part will be known as the true Sorbet Kingdom, while the southern part is reserved for the elderly who can't pay the king's dreaded tribute. The king has the audacity to label them as hindrances. Kuma's church, a beacon of hope and compassion, is situated in the south, directly in the line of fire. Kuma sees this as nothing but a ruthless power play, a path to prosperity paved with the suffering of the weak. The king's actions reek of heartlessness and cruelty, and it's an absolute outrage. Now, imagine Kuma, Ginny, and 3 other brave individuals, including those 2 kids from last chapter, we've come to know so well, finding themselves locked behind bars. It's a dire situation, and the fate of the Sorbet Kingdom hangs in the balance. And then, out of the blue, when all seems lost, the Freedom Army, led by none other than Dragon and Ivankov, swoops in like a whirlwind of hope. Ivankov, with his eyes aflame with conviction, says something that sends shivers down your spine. Hey Kuma, if you're still the same person as back then, let's go and change the world. This is a turning point in the world of One Piece, my friends. The Freedom Army, which had emerged during the pirate era and amidst the tragedy of Ohara, has now evolved into the formidable Revolutionary Army. The world is about to be shaken to its core. The Freedom Army that we've been following throughout this story now evolves into something even more significant. The Revolutionary Army. And who's leading the charge? None other than Dragon, the enigmatic figure who's been a mystery for ages, and Ivankov, the quirky yet formidable commander of the Akama army. But that's not all. Kuma, our beloved character, has taken up the mantle alongside them. This trio is now steering the Revolutionary Army towards a future that promises freedom, justice, and hope. Dragon, a man who's seen the inner workings of the Marines, realizes that they need resources to fuel their mission. He has an audacious plan to support rebellions in countries that yearn to depose their oppressive kings. This is a pivotal moment, folks, as it marks the beginning of the Revolutionary Army's quest to reshape the world order. But it doesn't end there. Dragon also understands the importance of arming the next generation of revolutionaries with the tools to fight for their ideals. He wants to train new recruits in weaponry and combat, ensuring that the Revolutionary Army is a force to be reckoned with. Kuma, deeply inspired by Dragon's grand vision, doesn't hesitate to follow his lead. He knows this is where he belongs, and this is how he can make a real difference in the world. This transition from the Freedom Army to the Revolutionary Army not only reflects the shifting dynamics in the world of One Piece, but also promises thrilling adventures and challenging battles ahead. And let's not forget, even with all these changes and his newfound responsibilities, Kuma still manages to find the time to visit his church. It's a testament to his unwavering connection to his roots and his dedication to the people he's helped throughout his journey. Ginny, too, decides to join the ranks of this revolutionary force, embarking on a journey that will change the course of history. Now, 8 more years have passed. Ginny has risen to the rank of East Army Commander, And let me tell you, she's got an energy about her that's positively infectious. With those piercing eyes and an air of confidence, she's ready to conquer whatever comes her way. But what's really got the excitement levels off the charts is that she's about to join Kuma's squad the very next day. The East Army and Kuma's squad coming together. Now, that's a fusion of power and potential that promises to be explosive. You can practically feel the anticipation in the air. Ginny's come a long way from being that young, headstrong woman we met earlier in our story. She's grown, she's experienced, and she's ready to make her mark on the world alongside Kuma and the Revolutionary Army. As we delve deeper into the world of One Piece, this revelation brings with it a sense of excitement and adventure that's characteristic of Eiichiro Oda's brilliant storytelling. Ginny's journey, the Revolutionary Army's mission, and the mysteries yet to be unraveled are all building up to something truly spectacular. Now, on to the next one. Here's where the excitement goes off the charts. We're now inside the hallowed walls of the Revolutionary Army HQ in Baltigo, and the atmosphere is thick with intrigue. Something big is brewing, and you can almost taste the anticipation in the air. Just when we thought things couldn't get any more intense, an informant bursts into the scene, his face etched with a mixture of fear and urgency. The news he brings: Ginny, our beloved East Army commander, has been kidnapped. You heard that right, kidnapped. But hold on, there's more to it. The informant drops a bombshell, mentioning that the enemy behind Ginny's abduction is not your run-of-the-mill villain. No, they're described as an unexpected enemy. Now, I don't know about you, but this sends shivers down my spine. The Revolutionary Army, under the leadership of Dragon, has been making waves in the world, working tirelessly to bring about justice and change. But this unexpected twist introduces an element of uncertainty and danger that we've never seen before. Who is this mysterious adversary? And what do they want with Ginny? The questions are piling up, and the tension is palpable. Could this be part of a larger scheme? Is it a vendetta against the Revolutionary Army? Or is there something more personal at play here? The uncertainty of the situation leaves us all on the edge of our seats, desperately craving answers. What will the Revolutionary Army do to rescue Ginny? Will they uncover the identity and motives of this unexpected enemy? And how will this revelation impact the future of the One Piece world? Let's consider the possibility that the world government, led by the Five Elders and Imu, is behind Ginny's abduction. Why, you ask? Well, Kuma, the kind-hearted pastor who heals the poor with his miracle hand, knows some pretty sensitive information about the world. Specifically, he's aware of the existence of Sun God Nika and Void Century, two names that have remained shrouded in mystery for far too long. Now, if you ask me, the world government has a lot to hide when it comes to this ancient history and potentially world-altering knowledge. Ginny and Kuma have both joined the Revolutionary Army, an organization that's been making waves in the world as they challenge the authority of the world government. This connection, coupled with their knowledge, makes them prime targets. It's no secret that the Revolutionary Army and the world government are on a collision course. The Revolutionary Army's quest for justice and the overthrow of the oppressive world government has put them on a direct collision course. Ginny's kidnapping could be a move to hinder the Revolutionary Army and protect the world government's secrets at any cost. Now, the burning question is, will Ginny be rescued? And will we get to witness the true powers of Dragon and the rest of the Revolutionary Army in action? The stakes are higher than ever, and this unexpected enemy has put the Revolutionary Army to the test. As One Piece fans, we'll have to sit on the edge of our seats, eagerly anticipating the next chapter's release. How will Kuma, Dragon, and the rest of the crew respond to this crisis? Will Ginny become a symbol of resilience and determination in the face of adversity? And hey, speaking of Ginny, do you think she'll become the new favorite female character in the series? Will she surpass Nami in popularity with her captivating charm and with those breathtaking melons? That's a wrap for One Piece Chapter 1097, folks. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on all things One Piece, make sure to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Keep an eye on our channel for more One Piece content. And until next time, you're watching Big News Morgans, signing off. Stay curious and keep exploring the Grand Line.